Hey everybody, it's Chris Sheng, and today I wanted to go through surveying your target audience. So I already went through this before, but it's super important for you to survey your target audience, not only if you're just starting off, but consistently throughout the cycle of your business. And why is that important is because you're going to constantly get feedback and understand your audience much better in terms of what they're actually searching for, different types of keywords that they're looking under, and the way that they actually want to be messaged to, as well as the channels in which they want to be messaged through. So just jumping into it real quick, the first thing that you're going to have to do is incentivize people to actually commit to the survey. A lot of times I find, a $250 gift card for Amazon is something that suffices, but depending on your audience, you might want to figure out what that might be. And then the next thing we want to do in this survey is to profile your audience. So as you continue to get new customers or new users organically or through paid, you're going to get a pretty wide net of what that audience might look like. And so what the profiling will do will help you narrow in terms of understanding a very detailed outline look of what the people who are actually converting down the funnel actually look like. And that's going to be really important for you, because then you can target those groups specifically if you realize that they're converting better than other groups within there. And within the profiling, I like to do a few things. I actually like to profile using the different type of targeting methods that I can utilize through Facebook. That way, through this survey, I can figure out, all right, when I start running Facebook ads, I can fine tune and target the audience and copy ultimately the different types of profile questions that I've already accumulated and paste it into the Facebook target audience. The other thing that I like to do in profiling, in addition to asking the general demographic type stuff, is also to figure out what are they Googling, what are they searching when it comes to your specific product or service. Phrasing that question is going to be very important in terms of how you phrase it, but you want to utilize that, and literally what I'll do is I'll put a Google search bar in there and ask them the question, what are you Googling when you're looking for XYZ? And that's important because that actually just gives you, again, a way to copy and paste keywords to start bidding on when you start doing paid ads through Google AdWords. It's something that's so simple and straightforward, but so many people don't even think of doing. The third thing that we want to do in this survey is qualify this audience. So whoever's coming in and filling out the survey, obviously it's probably part of your target audience. It's through a channel that you think is going to reach the highest percentage of your target audience. So your goal now is to qualify them, right? You're hypothesized that these are the people that are going to ultimately become your customers or your users, but now we want to qualify. So how do you qualify? Well, you want to provide in either a video or a statement or a text or whatever, what your value proposition is for your product or service in a very succinct format. And it's gauging interest, pushing them down that funnel. And then the last thing you want to do in the survey is blatantly ask, will they convert? Are they somebody that at the end of the day, after you've explained what the value proposition is for your product or service, are they going to put their money where their mouth is and buy your product or service? And by doing all of this, you're going to get X% that's going to come in and complete the survey that's actually going to become conversions, right? People who say that they're going to buy your product or service. And then you can reverse engineer that to figure out, okay, these are the groups that have said that they would buy our product or service. Now let me go ahead and look at that profile, right? And once you start looking at that profile, certain trends and themes are going to start happening here. So you're going to start realizing, all right, a large part of the audience that ends up converting, they're actually within this type of industry, or they are a certain type of gender or a certain kind of income bracket. Or again, if you become much more creative in the way that you pose your questions, you could put them and group them into these batches. And once you're able to do that, then it's much more intelligent way for you to start putting money behind your paid advertising, because you know exactly what kind of people are going to convert. That's so important, and again, this process is so straightforward, but a lot of people just don't think of doing this kind of stuff, and I highly encourage you to start this if you again don't have any users, and again, if you've been in business for years and already have paid users or paid customers. I always also encourage you heavily to do this as well, because it will give you a better understanding of what your audience looks like. All right, that's it for this time. I will be back again, and the next time I'm going to be talking about creative ways to find channels and how you're going to actually reach the audiences to push perhaps these surveys to. Thanks for tuning in.